NBC's Sahil Kapoor now. Sahil, where do Democrats and the few Republicans who wanted this go from here?
Well, there are two options, Ali. The first is they can find 3 more Republican votes to get it to 60. By that, I mean the 6 Republicans who voted yes, plus Pat Toomey, who was absent, but whose spokesman said he would have voted yes. That appears highly unlikely. I don't know where they find those 3 extra votes. McConnell has exerted some real pressure on his Republican members to oppose this, and he has been successful at getting a minimum of 41 Republicans on that page. So what likely happens next is Democrats figure out how to use their power to investigate this alone. They always had that option. They always controlled the committees in the House. They could investigate it themselves there or in the Senate. And the other possibility that Speaker Nancy Pelosi has held open is to create a select committee to investigate this, sort of like Republicans did with Benghazi years ago. Now, the big difference is that kind of committee would not have the added legitimacy that bipartisanship would convey in the eyes of many voters. And the real downside there is people just won't have enough confidence. People may not have enough confidence in the findings of a commission if it's set up only by Democrats. Take a listen to what Joe Manchin, the West Virginia Democrat, had to say.
If it just goes to where eventually they do just a select committee, it'll be by the majority, a select committee, and no one will have belief that then it's really done in an unbiased way.
And a number of Republicans agree with him on this, Ali. That includes Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, one of the Republicans who voted to break a filibuster and move to this bill. He said one way or another, there's going to be an investigation. The only question is whether Speaker Pelosi handles it on her own or as this commission, as Republicans successfully achieved in this commission, the appointees are split evenly between the two sides. The biggest fear among Manchin and others who think like him is that the country will not be able to come together on a version of events that everyone can trust to debunk the lies and fabrications and conspiracy theories about what really happened on that deadly day. Ali?
Sahil, good to see you. Sahil Kapoor, thank you.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.